Welcome to Neutral Voices. I'm Dr. V, and this is In the Know. And tonight we have an amazing, distinguished guest in the house, Mr. Narvell.
Narvell.
Narvell. I want to make sure I get that right.
You good.
Narvell Taylor is with
Thank
us
you.
this evening. And we also have the amazing one and only MVP of podcasting,
Oh,
Mr.
wow.
J. Foster is here with us this evening. Hello, guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing real good.
That's good.
And I'm excited. We also have the Michael Jackson in the building. The one and only. Listen, I am excited about tonight. I'm excited about, first of all, I'm excited about music. I love music. I'm excited about the music, the arts, and I'm also excited about our viewers and our listeners. So I want to thank you for joining us, tuning in. So hopefully you hang out with us for a little bit and get to know Mr. Narvell Taylor. So with that, thank you for being here.
I appreciate you having me for sure.
Thank you. I'm excited. I'm always excited when we have the
That's
young people in the house.
Hey, of course. We're gonna make it a good vibe. I'm looking forward to it.
Throwback. Can I call the Raiders a throwback?
It
See, you
definitely
good?
is.
Okay.
This is a vibe.
That's got the Raiders. I used to be a Raiders fan.
Right.
So, yes. And then I had to switch over to my dad's team. I'm not going to talk about them right now. But anyway, but yes, so welcome. And so let's talk about some of the amazing things that you do, some of the amazing things about you. So I'll just tell you to just let them have it. Give them all of you
Okay.
in 90 seconds.
Let's do it. Okay. So I'm an artist. I'm a musician. I feel like my life revolves around art. Of course, first and foremost, I'm a dad, so I take that
Okay.
as a huge
Yay.
priority of mine. But I also want to give back. So
Mm.
through my talents and through my skills. So I started a nonprofit called Paint for Peace, which is like a therapeutic art program. I ran it in Chicago, came back starting to do some, getting it going here. So we're going to see how it goes. But really just showcasing my art, my talents, and trying to be an inspiration to the people come after us.
Okay. I love it.
So, are you from Chicago? You said you started out in Chicago. Where you from? Tell
I'm
the
from
folks.
here.
Okay.
I'm from here. I grew up here. I went to Harding.
Oh,
as
shout
I
out.
go-
What year you come out?
So Harding actually shut down my last
Okay.
year, my senior year. So I had to graduate from New Haven, but
Oh,
like,
man.
they,
So
kinda-
how-
they
so-
did us dirty.
You got-
Yeah, so
But,
you come from the true Harding, the
Yeah,
original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, but I moved to Chicago. Lived out there for a couple of years, and then just decided to come back not too long ago.
Okay.
So we're getting back going. We're gonna get everything going right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Happy to have you back in Fort Wayne doing
real.
this art thing because being in Chicago, obviously, I mean, was that a lot of competition, when it comes to the art scene or not so much?
I feel like Chicago is who you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you get in those circles, you in those circles. But it's like, if you're not in those circles, you're not in those
Okay.
circles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, okay. But me being there, I was able to explore and see the talent there. And honestly, like, when it came down to it, Fort Wayne got a lot of talent that can compete
Absolutely.
with any major city
Yes.
that I've been in. So I'm like, okay, I'm
love
happy
that.
to be back. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I love that because I say it all the time.
Yeah.
So art to me is the hair industry. That's what we do, makeup industry, etc.
definitely
So,
art.
and I say that so much to people, because they always hyping up Detroit and Atlanta and all these other places where the great hairstylists, are supposedly dwelling. I always say, no, we can compete with them all.
There's some people here that
We got
get
some top of
busy.
the lines out there.
For
You
sure.
know, and
Yeah.
so and I'm looking at this artwork behind you over here. And I would say you are definitely top of the line
Thank you,
here
thank
when
you.
it comes to the art. Now, too bad we can't hear the music. So with that, I want to, and you can talk more about the art and different things, but just thinking about you saying that you were an artist from, musical perspective as well. So tell us about the genre of music and did it start off that way? And, who are some of your favorites?
So I would say, as far as music, it was something I ran away from for a long time because I really don't like being in front of the spotlight. I don't like having too much attention and stuff like
Okay.
that. But
Okay.
I felt like it was something I needed to do, especially to correlate with my artwork.
Mm-hmm.
So all of my artwork has music that is inspired with it. So it has pieces that goes along with the paintings as well.
Okay. Okay.
Normally, my paintings are like my covers to my albums or my projects.
Mm.
So it's really like genre blending, giving you a picture's worth 1,000 words. That's 1,000 words that go along with it.
That's right. I feel like you pulling the Michael B. Jordan on us. You about to get all this money. Any money that's on the table.
We come to take it all. We got to get
So
it
you
all.
say you
all
gonna
the
do the
parts.
artwork
All the
too.
parts.
Yeah, I need it all. I can't even play with them.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you see, I'm just saying, I know you just told us about Harding, so I know you're a lot younger than me, but you still seem so young. Not as Martin Lawrence say, Similac young. I'm just saying you seem young, and so I'm sure you have a lot of people that you look up to. I'll say that way. Are there people in your life right now that's like pulling you or pushing you to do certain things or go in a certain direction? You should focus on the music, you should focus on the art, or you should let that stuff go because you know about them starving artists.
So,
Come on.
Yeah, I feel like with me, I'm kind of like a free spirit at this point. I feel like I let my intuition guide me right now. I feel like I didn't let people tell me to do things and then I did it and then it didn't go how it was supposed to go. So at that point, I was like, all right, we just got to let the inner guidance show. But as far as people that like influenced me, we started, I would say, an entertainment company called Life Changing Entertainment. And for sure, we call it LCE. But me and my brother Solid, we definitely, I would say we push each other to make each other better, for sure. So it's a great thing. Yeah,
Beautiful.
And I heard you say a musician. So what? Do you sing? You play an instrument? Elaborate.
My voice is an instrument. I would say more of like I rap. I would say it's more like a melodic rap. Not even melodic. It's more like a spoken word rap. I actually have a performance this Friday at Kelly's event.
Would that be Miss Kelly Hicks?
Yes, Miss Kelly Hicks.
Hello, Miss Kelly.
Yes, so it's gonna be a great event. And then Saturday I'll be showcasing some artwork at another event as well. So
Awesome.
it'll be great.
So
Great
now
time to plug it.
I was gonna say, this is media, right? So you need to tell the folks that looking right in that camera, tell them about Friday and tell them about Saturday.
Come out Friday and Saturday. Come on, Friday is the it's a pay and sip event that will be at the Fairfield. It will be at the Fairfield, which is downtown. And then Saturday, what we'll be doing is a spoken word open mic event that will be held. So y'all can check my Facebook for the information. Y'all find it there. Everybody come tap in.
Okay, now you got to give them the Facebook.
Okay, of course. My Facebook is, that's the government name. That's at Narvell Taylor. So,
Okay, there you go.
We ain't switch it up
And
yet.
Narvell Taylor.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there a fee? What's the cost to attend on Friday?
Friday, I think it is $15 to get in and like enjoy the vibe. And then she also is doing like a canvas, like a paint and sip canvas. So she have a sketched out canvas. And I think that'll be $35.
Okay. So
yes.
you could do either or.
Yeah.
Or both.
You can do both.
I love it because, first of all, Kels, that's what I call her. She's always doing amazing things.
Jamaican man.
Yeah, in our community. And so, so when you were talking about being in Chicago in the know circle, because I've heard people say that about Chicago, and I've heard people say that about Fort Wayne too. And so sometimes it is who you know.
It definitely
and so I'll say good for you that you have connected with some good people.
Of course, of course. Thank you.
And I'm saying that to say with Kels as well as with OMV and Neutral Voice.
Of course. We like it.
So you are on the right track.
100%.
This is a great time for me to say thank you. This is Neutral Voices. We appreciate you, and we thank you for hanging with us as we are talking with Narvell Taylor and getting to know more about this beautiful individual
Thank you.
that's loving this art and all of this. I'm gonna say all circles of art. So can we go into the history of how did you get started? Like when did you pick up the brush or the pen or pencil? What did you start with?
So I would say I picked up like a pencil, maybe like fourth, fifth grade, but I was not good. I would not consider. No, I was like tracing like Dragon Ball Z drawings and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and I was actually really bad. Like if you look at my handwriting, you could tell like, okay, there's no way that he should be drawing like that or painting like
Right,
that.
right.
But I would say over time, I just continuously worked at my craft,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't really take it serious until like after I graduated high school. I would say that's really when I started finding my path, and that's when I really I had started a shoe customization business here in the mall. I had started in the mall. I had a booth customizing shoes, and I started hating it. I hated doing
Wait,
it.
you started hating the work or
I hated doing
hating
it.
doing the work?
I
Just
hated doing the work. I hated the work. I didn't even want to go up to the mall half the time. I ain't like doing it. Well, I only because like customizing shoes is so tedious, and you put so much work in, and I don't think you get the reward back from the work you put in because you'll put so many hours into it. And the most you can get is like $200, $300.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And I'm like, well, I could put that same amount of time into canvas painting, and as the name grows, it could be something that could be worth, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Paintings could sell for,
That's right.
As far as it can go. So I'm like, okay, I'm in the wrong spot. Let me go ahead and shift over here.
But hold on, I'm sitting right next to you. I'm trying to connect dots. I missed something. Because she asked about your history. You went to, if you checked your handwriting, you wasn't any good. You said it wasn't good. So where does this passion come from? You jumped from the pencil to graphics on the shoes to now you're on the canvas. Where does that motivation? Where?
I feel like I always knew I was gonna do something in art. Like I feel like I'm gonna do all forms of art. I'm not putting a limit on it. Like there was a point where I wanted to start a cartoon, in which I still would double back to that when the time is right. Clothing lines. So all of these things I have passion for. But I felt like the path that from customizing shoes, that really is why I picked up a paintbrush. Before that, I really had not picked up a paintbrush at all. And then I went straight to canvases. And then I was like, okay, this is
it. That's where you found your niche, so to speak.
Yes.
And that could even be for a season.
Yeah.
So just so you know, a lot of times that's what we do, right? We kind of go here, we go there, we hyped up about this. Any of my family that might hear me saying, yep, that's her. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, sometimes you want to do nails, you want to do hair, you want to do makeup, you want to do this. Sometimes you don't want to do any of it.
Fashion shows. I've been in some of fashion shows.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? So I get it. So, but I'm trying to connect the music because you're rapping. So did something happen in the midst of you with the pencil? You picked up the brush and then you start kicking the lyrics and boom, boom, boom. What happened? You hummed your way into something.
Yeah, music. That's dang near one of my first loves. I ain't even gonna front.
Probably before the painting, you was already like bobbing your head and loving the music.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I probably started with music probably when I was like 9, 10. My brother had built a studio. He built a recording studio in his room. And he was like really into it. He was like really into producing. And he got me into music. And at a young age, I used to have a radio, a CD player, and I play back a song over and over. And I write the whole rap that they rapped line for line and remember. It'd be Nelly, Ludacris, whatever I could get my hands on. I was listening to it. And I grew up on a lot of neo soul, so like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Indy Iris, things like that. So I feel like that really
that poetry
influenced my
vibe
style.
too, like you said.
Yeah, so that's really what got me there. But I just was so shy and really didn't have a voice. I remember being in the 9th grade, and our teacher had us write a rap based on a book that we read, and I really liked my rap. And it was a really good rap, but we got in front of the camera and we got in front of the class, and I choked up.
Don't tell me.
I choked.
Please tell me you choked up for a moment and then you
It would
let
not.
'em have it.
It would not come out. I was trying to
Period.
push it out. It was so quiet and so low.
Oh,
Nobody could hear it. She probably still got that video. I hope it don't come out.
Teacher, some videos you need to get rid of.
Throw it out.
Throw it out
might
for
be-
sure.
Yeah.
But did you ever get it out?
Yes. I feel
mean-
like from that point on, I really just started getting uncomfortable to grow, you know, like
Okay.
putting myself in uncomfortable situations. So getting in front of
Man.
crowds,
Yes.
letting my voice be heard. I had to open my throat chakra up and really like start speaking my truth.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I feel like now that's where I'm at. Like
Man,
I'm just here to let it out.
you just said something that's a message to the people, you know? So sometimes you're sitting on gifts, you're sitting on your voice, and you
Yes.
just need to let it out.
You
There's
gotta-
only one way for it to come out.
You gotta let go of that fear and just go ahead and push through it. It's
Gotta
some great
push through
things
it.
on the other side of it for sure.
Yes.
And as I'm listening to you, how often have you had, I mean, your own little show where you got your art going over here up for sale, you got some CDs over here, you might be on stage doing spoken word. So, I mean, you, literally a one-stop shop. How often have you had these shows? That's my first question.
Yes.
And then the other, talk to us more about the art music scene here in Fort Wayne.
So I really done shows like for other, like I've had like either there have been artist showcase where I presented my work and I have performed at that, but like having my own, that's where we're at now. Like I had like doing our own thing, me and LC, the establishment that we have grew, LCE, we are presenting our first show, and we're going to do that the second week of April, which would be like a whole showcase where I'll showcase music, art. It will be performance art where we're going to do a whole bunch of everything. So it's going to be a good vibe. And as far as like the music and art scene here in Fort Wayne, I would say it's growing. And honestly, I see like, for a long time, I felt like there was like it was a super competitive spirit to where like people, instead of like people coming together and understanding that we compete with other cities, we would fight amongst each other and not understanding that the more that we amplify each other and we build this together, then the louder all our voices get, and you know, the more that we can take. But I see that changing now. I see a lot more people actually like. When artists post, I see a lot more artists underneath each other posts, sharing, commenting, liking. So I'm glad to see the unity.
I love that because when you say that, you know, like I said, I referred to my industry, the beauty industry. I see a lot of that with the barber side of our industry now. Like there's some strong competition out there with these barbers. Y'all killing the game. But I mean, that competition is serious.
It's serious.
And it's like that in, you know, industry to industry. And I know somebody up here like
Ain't got to worry about
ain't
all
gotta
that.
worry about-
Like, look, it's ain't in them games.
But you know, it's so, you know, I've heard people say, and I've even said, competition can be very healthy.
It
You
can.
know, it can put you up on your game, make you cross all your T's and dot all your I's for sure. But also, you know, you get to admire other people's work.
Yeah.
And you also get to, especially if you're humble, you get to say like, man, I thought I was good. But I see now, man, I need to step
work to
up a
do.
little bit more, you know, with whatever, whether it's the music or the arts. So, you know, before we run out of time, because it goes fast and we have a
Yeah,
good
no,
conversation.
yeah, for sure.
So, you know, because there's so many things that I want to ask you. So there's challenges in starting.
Yes.
There's naysayers. There's always somebody trying to pull your dream down. So there's those dream killers and dream catchers. We got them all, you know, all around us doing different things. So there's some people out there that you want to say, thank you, right? Thank you to this person, that person, as if you were winning the Oscars right now, right? So you want to thank so-and-so and so-and-so because they held you down or, you know, they pushed you. I heard you say something about your brother Solid at one point.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
love that. Is that his nickname or
Yeah, that's his rap. Yeah, it's his
his
rap name. Yeah.
okay.
And I was gonna say, what's your rap name? Because I meant because you
So
said she called you by
Yeah.
your government. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I go by my initials. So I go by NDT. So like as
Okay.
far as all my artistry, like if you look at my paintings,
Okay.
I normally do my initials for my signature on my albums. That's
Looking
normally
out for
in
NDT. I
Yes.
got you.
Yes.
NDT.
Yes.
And so, and then you said LC.
LC.
I want to make sure. So, what? Tell us that again.
It's life changing entertainment.
Yes, y'all make sure y'all making notes. Life changing entertainment, and so we're looking out for you. So, but who else is in the picture? Somebody else? You saying, hey, because of this person, maybe you were inspired by somebody. Whether it was a actual celebrity, I see you got a painting of Michael Jackson, so maybe he's on the list. I don't know.
He's
So
definitely on the list.
who are some people that inspired you that you would say, they definitely in your corner?
Of course, I would, as far as celebrities, Michael Jackson for sure. I would say because I would want to be, if I'm gonna do something, of course I want to shoot for the top. I want to be the best at what I do at my craft. So, him, I would say my pops,
That's good.
of course my dad, and my brother JJ, the one that really got me on
he
my
a
music
great man.
path.
I know he a good man.
Look,
For sure,
JJ, not this JJ. But
for sure, for sure.
is
They all
it
the
this
same.
JJ? Okay, so I'm just saying, so JJ, you know who you are,
Yeah,
right? With
no,
JJ,
yeah.
that's cool.
No, yeah, for sure. And I gotta say that I feel like sometimes we gotta give a shout out to ourselves. Sometimes
Okay, yeah.
we hold ourselves, like for a long time I held myself back. I got in my own mind. I set traps and roadblocks for myself and just from my own thoughts.
Yes.
And that was something that I had to understand, that no matter what other people place in your head, it's up to you if you keep it there. So
Yes.
you know.
Wow. That's what, some people say self-sabotage and looking at
Yes.
some things you told yourself and how you doubted yourself.
100%. You hold your own self back, and it could stop you from chasing your own dreams. Just so
That's good.
Yeah. I got a question along the
good.
lines too of motivated. What about any training or schooling? Did you have any training or schooling for your art?
So I went to school in Texas for I did about a year in Texas. But as I was doing that year in Texas, I was like, what I want to do, I don't know if schooling is necessarily, if it's necessary. At that point I wanted to do graphic design, and I knew people that didn't even get degrees but they was getting hired at major companies and stuff like that, just based off their skill. So honestly, I think that for what you do, if you learn the craft and you develop your skill, I think that surpass a paper, a diploma, or a degree. So,
But when you say learn your craft, what did you do? What kind of things did you do to learn your craft?
so honestly, for me, it was continuous work. I would work. Some people that know me know that I work nonstop. I don't stop. Like, as far as like I'm constantly working on something. I've been shooting my own visuals, editing everything. So I had to get down into the videography, photography, dive down that lane, just because I didn't have nobody I could really work with. So I had to learn it myself. But I constantly just developed. YouTube University is definitely probably the number one school of choice.
Somebody out there like,
Yeah, that's definitely
I'm wearing
it.
the jersey.
Yes.
Do you rely on any of the local artists? Like even when you're in Chicago or here, I know Theo's out there, Mike Johnson. Do you?
So I have conversations with Theo before. Me and Mike are really cool. I would say I've talked to him most. But as far as artwork, but somebody as far as music, me and DJ Polaris definitely tap in a lot.
Another hard
Grace.
Yeah. That's my guy.
That's a
Okay.
good. I was gonna say good connections, and as so forming your circle. I know in my life, I always think about having I do have a golden circle of people that I'm gonna say I ask questions. I lean in to listen to things that they're saying, even when they're not talking to me directly.
Yeah.
So, do you have what I would consider someone, a mentor, someone you could go to, you could talk to when things get rough, tough, and the challenges in the art industry and the industry period is just kind of like weighing you down. You got that big question mark over your head. Like, am I doing the right thing?
Who do I would say I want physically. I wouldn't say that I have somebody that I talk to, like somebody I go to.
Yeah.
Me, I don't. I feel like I do a lot of deep work on myself, on my
right.
inner self. So
Okay.
like, and I'm more of like I just let my intuition lead the way.
I
Like
love it.
I didn't went down so many paths, like following, trying to study somebody else's they book or the way that they went. And I feel like everybody's path is different, so you kind of
I
just
love
gotta
that.
stay your path and
I love it.
just let it unfold one step at a time.
Yes.
And hold on, Doc V. We got shout out to Benita Robinson. She said, I love the unity. And shout out to your brother, Solid out there. He said, bruh, don't stop it all.
No, for sure, appreciate you.
So they out there, they listening
We
and see what you're
appreciate
doing.
that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
shout out.
And that's why I wanted you to make that statement, because sometimes people don't know which direction to move in. I heard somebody say, to your left, the pressure is on, talking about the basketball court. To the right, the full court press is on, and even in the front of you sometimes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was actually my pastor, so let me give some props out to Pastor Quincy McGee. Anyway, and so, sometimes, I mean, where do you go? And so that's why I wanted you to share that. Sometimes you're in your own way. A lot of people don't realize that. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself.
You do.
You got to encourage yourself, motivate yourself.
Because the thoughts of your subconscious mind, the things that run on autopilot, is what really create your whole world. So it's like, if you constantly telling yourself that you ain't nothing,
right,
you gonna see that reflection.
Right.
But if you constantly giving yourself the self-love that's needed, like if you telling yourself you great, telling yourself you can, because people don't understand like how strong and powerful we are through just for our minds. Like
That's it.
can do so much. So
Affirmation.
yeah,
That's
that
right.
matters.
That's right. Who is it, Jay? I know you know. Did Confucius say, "He who think he can and he who thinks he can't are both right"?
Doc V, if you say it, we rolling with it. She a coach, a philosopher, a doctor, and jack of all trades.
No, 100%.
Listen. So I wish we had it set up where you could drop us a line or two. Like I could give you a beat. I can't give you a beat, but can I just ask this question?
Look,
No,
hey,
for
our
sure.
producer have a fit. I get to bang on this counter.
Do you have, like, I'll say as far as lyrics, the best line that you have written or something that you would say?
he spoke a
I love
word.
that.
Go ahead.
Yes, I was going to say. So, do you have something like
Hit us with
that
something.
that you would like to share with us? And I mean, I don't know if anything you want to share with us about the painting. I know it's here. Anything in particular that you were thinking, going through at the time that you painted that particular picture?
Okay. As far as I can give you a rundown of that painting, and then I'll say something from a verse.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so rundown of this painting. Of course, it's pretty much I feel like through paintings, that's where I would say manifest like the energy that I want to pour. That's why I used Michael Jackson, just for that. But also, if you look at it, I changed things up. So like in the background of the painting, you get the caterpillar going into the cocoon and becoming a butterfly, which symbolizes like transformation or rebirth of life. Like we go through stages of life when we have to become a new person.
So like when Mike was a brother from Gary, and then he turned into what he was later on.
See, that's why we see. Can I get the hook to pull him out of here at this point?
No, you didn't. But I feel like he was misunderstood. When you go back and you look at it, he was always for his people.
That's
I ain't
question.
gonna hold it.
Yeah.
He was always
he
for his
did. He did stuff behind the scenes.
And I'm glad you said that and went that direction, because that's why we're going to have a whole talk on MJ and
No,
you're going to
for
be
real.
on the panel that day.
We got it,
and
mama.
not Jay. Okay, and what else you want to share from the painting?
Okay, and on the other side, I got like the heart and the feather, like a balance. Like, do your heart weigh a feather? Are you living your life right? Are you living it righteous? Are you trying to be the best person that you can be? Are you putting out good into the world?
Wow.
Because I feel like that makes a difference.
Wow.
In what you carry with yourself.
Man, so you got poetry in in the art, literally. Like it's telling a story. So it's deeper than just the paint on the canvas.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm gonna say this before you start. Solid out there. He said, "Hey, do stay alive." So I don't know what you was going to do, what you had on your mind. But somebody said, stay alive.
Okay, so you gonna drop something for us? Something.
He said he want to do Stay Alive acapella. I don't know if I want. If I could do that one acapella. Yeah, I'm gonna do Metal Fields. I'm gonna do the second verse in Metal Fields. So I started it off. The chorus when you know this. You know the metal feels dead when it's cold. What's the odds that a thorn become a rose? Dig deep and shine like you trying to rose gold. That shit ain't hard to find when it's coming from the soul. You know the metal feels dead when it's cold. What's the odds that a thorn become a rose? Dig deep and shine like you trying to rose gold. Shit ain't hard to find when it's coming from the soul. Black boy grow even at against the odds. They trying to take you out the game. Look at what they been on. As soon as you enter this world, they want to shoot you up with drugs. Then they try to slow you up, and we just going forward and ignoring. It's some dangers to the game. Tell me, who can you trust when you get it from our ways? Tell me, who can we trust when we got it in our ways? We can't even trust each other. Shit, who can you blame? We do it worse, and then glorify it, brag about it in the verse. Finally see the light like we about to lift the curse. I mean, I'd rather see that than you lift it in the hearse and your body shown off and then buried in the dirt. And the only thing shown is the RIP post. I tell you, see your dad that we get all that we deserve. You just really got to find yourself first. Watch it work.
Wow. Oh, is that it? Yes, that is it. Y'all see that? That was literally a snapshot. A snap. Did y'all get that? Okay. A snapshot of what is to come, because you can catch more of that. I'll say what spoken word, rap. You called it something else, so didn't you? Like you said,
I said melodic rap.
Okay, there you go. There's the word. Melodic. Oh, I like the way that sounds. Like melodic rap. That feels good coming off my tongue. Anyway, so you can catch more of that, and tell them where they can catch more of that before they give us the red light here.
Of course. A lot of my work is at my website. It's www.ndtswork.com. You'll see everything. You'll have links to the music, to the art, everything on there. So I feel like that's a good place to start.
Awesome place to start.
Brother, it's been truly a pleasure. Got to hang out with NDT.
Yes.
Got to hang out with Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Solid. We appreciate you, brothers, out there supporting.
Appreciate you,
Good
brother.
luck to you with everything that you do, my man.
Thank you. No, I appreciate y'all.
Don't be surprised. Me and my wife, we're going to be there. We're going to check you out.
Okay, y'all come and I'm ready to see you.
So exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that is our time, and we want to thank you for hanging out with us and getting to know our guest a little bit better. Mr. Taylor, I appreciate you. Any final words you want to say to your people out there, your fans, your family, your brother, or whoever?
I want to tell everybody to stay blessed, make sure they putting the right thoughts in their head.
Right thoughts in your head.
There you go.
Okay, and we always say and like to leave our people with this: always protect your mind. Thank you. A podcast by Neutral Voices Media Group. In the Know.